So here, when Kawaii character is looking at the scanner, this logo looks kind of interesting in that placement.
Yeah.
But like not a logo, but more of like just a reminder. But generally, we don't need groundbreaking to be like a Vogue, like a title of a magazine on each of these images, because
Yeah, we don't need
right,
groundbreaking on every image. No.
or again like a stamp, but like very, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like a
I
on
get
the
I
side.
get it, but that was for the characters at least. It's like we are creating new contexts with this logo, and at least in these character pages, I thought, okay, we can like let the person, investor, whoever imagine that this turning into a huge international campaign. It's like quite subliminal
I see, I
thing.
see.
But if we are gonna do it full screen, then in another format, it's just like it's this hypnotizing. Sofian always used to say, like the repetition is what really creates a spell in the end. It sounds weird, but like wait.
What did he say? Reputation creates a spell in the end.
Yeah, like the repetition of things. We might have seen the logo 120 times now, but if you have never seen the logo and you don't know the name, then it's like you get much more like there's this effect where it gets branded into your mind. Oh, sorry, can you hear me, Lola?
Yeah.
We can
Okay.
hear you.
Okay.
We're not a cult.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be everywhere.
We don't need to
I
do
agree.
this. The brand is strong enough without the brand, like the name, to be out there. If we use the images that are strong and the text would be very powerful,
Yeah, it
we
gives us
don't
more
need.
room to get information across.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, we'll see. We'll see with this format then. Like, I'm not insisting on it that much, but it's an idea to like glue it all together even more. Don't worry, like it's gonna come well.
Okay.
Okay.
Still, let's do a few more minutes of the comments, because if we lose something that feels important there, I don't want to make this time. Yeah, just like let's go over them quickly.
Okay, so here we still don't have any text.
Like this collage, when you look at this collage, it looks like a very cheap a student's work in collage making and fashion.
It's a mood board. Yeah, it's not. I would say pick an image.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yet here we are at the point again. I mean, I did just draft this together really quick to like even see if you're even willing to like generally make some kind of different layout of collage. But sure, like I can just slap an image on everything. My hypothesis is still like I'm still a little bit worried that it's gonna be monotone in terms of rhythm. It's like a magazine with only full image kind of thing in the background, but we can really try it.
It has to be
Why not?
utilitarian in the end of the day. It needs to communicate both visually and with words, attract the right audience,
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
and their investment.
Yes, with as little words as possible, with the most important keywords
Yeah.
and strong images.
Look, Maurice, you have to understand. Preston has an image background, image creation background. We're working with top of the top. And don't take it personally that we're being a little harsh on you. I've spent 2 months with Preston to get to know his taste and perspective. And yeah, I'm here to support his vision and his potential. And Maurice, it's not personal. What I say is to
Of course, I
make
mean,
it really,
no
really
problem. Like
impactful.
my heart is completely light. I'm guaranteeing it to you.
Cool.
Especially with this one, I mean, this literally was quite a quick draft. If I really wanted to do a collage, which is like absolutely top, then I would take way more time. I would be like curating each image like crazy, like which comes beside which and which image. but I thought I'd put one together quick
Yeah.
in the hopes of like even discussing, like would it even come into question,
Cool.
you know?
All right, let's move on to the next slide.
Good.
I love this one.
Yeah. What did I say?
Well,
We
yeah.
actually need to hide it. And I say, we need to close it. Oh yeah. And then the second one, we have the old grid, the grid background and the color scheme. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Oh yeah, and adding the commas is important with the
Yes.
yeah, it's important. Okay, and then
But hey, just so you know, like also here, before I start making any details on like detail work, it's absolutely essential that I get the right stuff in. You know what I mean? But it's good to have the comment in between.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
already like that's I'm happy for that.
I will work on this tonight.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see if there's any more
Yeah,
comments.
the numbers. Yeah, that's not. I don't know how that works, but I mean the layout. I like the way it's concise and clear. For someone who doesn't know numbers, I'm like, wow. Okay, well, I get it.
Yeah.
And
Business model slides better, and then what's the yeah, and remove the NCO airdrop value. Okay. Next slide.
Yeah, like
Yes, it's because
too low.
Because it's too low, and it's yeah, it the text that I read is groundbreaking. The rest I don't even care, and then I'm just looking at the picture.
Because we'd also need some kind of headline, for example, you know.
there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, that's true.
Monetization strategy with this kind of market, I kind of like the direction using this image, but it doesn't speak luxury to me.
Yeah, that's.
I was working with images.
It's a cool image, but it doesn't. Yeah, each image should look like artful, expensive. Yeah, I have to say this image looks too very, very typical of every film deck I've seen.
That's so. Okay, then let's look for another image, I guess. Hey, I'll just be like choosing from the images which you've already provided, if that makes sense. I mean, this is the one which I saw the most metaphors in for this slide. But also here, for example, it doesn't look important down here because it's just apparent that there's just way less text. Yeah, it's just way less text.
Also, I need to rewrite it. I think if you look at this comment here, I was like triggered by that. Yeah, hard to read text, and that is so low. I didn't say, but I would need to definitely rewrite the way that it's royalties based on viewership metrics. Yeah, it has to be a little bit different type of. I don't know how to explain it. I'll work on the copy for these particular slides. I'm unhappy about. It just feels too salesy, but not convincing. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. Okay.
It's hard to tell. I'll try to improve.
I mean, I can't even read. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, like all the winning presentations I worked with in terms of raising money, I mean, at millions, they were slides like okay, they were horizontal regular slides with title and points. That's all. Title points. Okay, one graph. That's all. Images, they were more like integrated in the background or literally on the very obvious positioning on the slide. But in most cases, it's just very, very plain. Yeah, like points.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why texting, like too much text is hard to digest. Okay, let's go on to the next slides. Let's see if there's more of this monetization strategy. Okay, then.
Did someone delete this? I mean, it's all right, but.
Wait. No, but you remember you switched it around and then.
Yeah, I think you tried to remove an image.
No, it was already done before, but I'll just re-add it. Yeah.
Okay. What does it say here? Yeah, this is really bad copy. Yeah, I apologize. I'll create something better here. It's too generic.
Sorry.
Okay.
And hey, if you do want to implement more types of like bullet point kind of things,
Yeah.
there's always the option to, you know, have like, maybe it's a nice balance as well to have like a longer sentence, you know, and then like
Yeah.
below the longer sentence,
Yeah.
some 3 to 4
Cool.
kind of points.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's true. Let's go on. This is a good slide.
Yeah.
This one, what does it say? Timelines. Oh yeah, I just need to change the timeline again. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah. Hey, no need. I was laughing
You
when I
know,
read this.
yeah.
I
Sorry.
don't like this image that much. That
Oh, yeah.
was I sent that to you for just like
Yeah.
inspiration.
Yeah, I got it. Hey, I love the comments. I love the effort in the comments as well. I love the details. Don't worry, like I took
Yeah.
this is one of the slides where I took a random image.
Okay.
And just put it on
I
there.
could tell her. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what it
Okay,
says
let's-
here, numbers, what did I say here? I really don't need the image per slide. Consistent flow, videos, background. Yeah, anyway, that's the same idea of, yeah, the layouts. All right, let's move on. And
Nope.
yeah, I don't like
Same
this.
here.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean-
I don't know why Preston, you were referencing so much this particular piece.
I just needed to put because we had a lot of faces going on, so I just felt like we needed some
Yeah.
like architecture or
Yeah.
like world. So I was like, okay, I just threw that in
Okay,
there as a
cool.
placeholder. It's just a placeholder. It's just to say that we need to have environments.
I would love to see a Tbilisi reworked by AI.
Yeah, something like that.
DC. Okay. I mean, funny. I made a placeholder with a placeholder.
Okay, this slide.
Right.
Preston, can you give a little bit of a background of this particular image? So how much is it adjusted exactly, and what was the prompt?
This is an AI image. It's
Yeah.
just like we're not going to use this image at all. This is just a placeholder.
Yeah.
It's for the layout. We're going to use a different portrait.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. It looks too cheesy. I don't know. I don't like it.
Different
Or
portrait.
maybe you're self-critical. I think it's cool.
Yeah, but he
Alright,
is.
right. Just
That's why.
enough-
It just looks a little bit too Hollywood for my
Yeah.
taste, like Entourage, you know. And I think people have seen that already. You know what I mean?
It's
I
a good
trust-
picture of you. Like it represents some parts of you that are real, but like this is Preston Daniels. Like it's a character.
Yeah.
Like who's that
Yeah.
character?
Yeah, it's a character. Yeah, but it's like I don't think it's a strong image.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
no.
trust your guys' judgment here, of course. Is it okay to like already, how do you say, like allocate some of the responsibilities? Like, would we like to say, Preston, you'd send me an image for this one specifically, even?
Yes, of
Like,
course.
can I give that in your excuse?
What would we like? Would you want me to? I can like review it a little bit this meeting and have a list of actions for each of us. From what I remember, is that going to be helpful?
Hey, we're all looking at this whole thing like
Okay.
constantly, this board. So whenever a thought pops up, like we can just comment with each other, like depending on how often.
No, I
Preston
don't
and
want
how
to.
often you're
I
on the board
don't want
yourself.
to be on the screens more than I am already. This is more than enough. And I would love to use a Signal for more of like action-driven points and scheduling, coordination, and who does what. Then this one, I don't want to come back here until there's like a new version. And what else? And then we have emails where it will be more of like, hey, this is the final work so far, you know?
Right. Yeah, which you iterated before. Yeah, that image needs to change.
Okay.
It's not world building enough. it's just him. Like he's just standing there in front of a garage, a wall, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay,
I do like producer lady the composition. I don't know if I like the coloration.
Yeah,
I don't think it. She looks like she's producing, but it doesn't look like the character. If we could
More African.
Yeah, and like and then we could also like stylize it later.
Blink, like make it bling, like make it like main character.
Yeah.
How does it not get more main character than this?
A bling in her, on her wrist.
I mean, it's
Like I really see it.
Like maybe like bedazzle her
Bedazzle.
buttons
Yeah.
or change the color of the phone, like make it weirder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or
Yeah. And even like
maybe even remove eyebrows or something like that, like or
rework the print on her shirt.
yo. Okay, now this is.
No, we're not. The image is just kind of flat, is what I'm saying, for main character. I mean, it says a lot. I like this image, but it's flat for the main character. Yeah.
Hey, imagine I took this from a reference from a main character movie. Like this is like the NBA kind of shot.
Yeah.
Of the main character of another show. So, but okay, I'll try some bling bling stuff.
Yeah.
Like.
I mean, again, fashion film. It's very fashion oriented. Like it has to be like cool phone, cool like amazing shirt with this, bedazzle.
I do want to make you aware that editing an image like this with those levels of expectation of like, oh, the phone needs to be different, the pattern needs to be, it's in a like kind of stupid way, but it's
I
like
worked
a
with
project
like
of
about
its own,
look. I'll get a bitch on. I worked with about 15 designers to rework every single fashion item before Claw 3D was real. They worked through the Photoshop and they created very specific versions that didn't exist before and did a great job.
Yes.
We had sales
How
like
many were they?
20K per week easily. We had sales just because it was like first 5 months of the launch, and it worked out. These kind of images. I know if this is not your job, then maybe someone else can do it.
Yeah, that would be cool, because I just want to make it aware, like I know how to do these kind of things in general, and I mean I know Photoshop since I'm like 10 years old, and I can take the time for this. I just it's like almost a job of its own, like just
Delegate.
as you said, Natalia.
Delegate.
Yeah, just want to make things realistic here. But if there's like some quick fixes for the first version at least, then I'm glad. But it's as specific as possible would be great. I'm glad to experiment, but with the risk that it's like, oh no, this like it's completely the wrong pattern. Or it's the phone should be this, it should be that. Or
I mean, we care about this main character so much. It's true that
it makes sense. That's why I'm glad.
She needs to look amazing.
I agree. This is like one of the areas which is like completely worth.
I mean, I like that she's doing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just needs to be stylized.
All right. Yeah, that's good.
Next image you like, Preston?
I actually think this captures the character the best out of all the slides.
Yeah.
She's Xeroxing her own face. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, this is what groundbreaking is. It's like, why is she Xeroxing her own face? It's not very, what's it called? Realistic, but it's realistic to this character. Again, like, there's contrast there. You know what I mean? This pops out to me, and she's doing something.
Yeah.
And I don't like the. I like the idea of having like them or like the what is it, the quotations. But I don't love the quote that you chose specifically for to represent their character. I don't know if you, Preston, agree.
Which one?
There's the one in
Which character?
Kawaii. It says, I hate to admit it, but I kind of prefer Alexa Chung over her.
Yeah. That's yeah. We could. Yeah, that we could change that.
But I like the idea of having this kind of quote, as in what they would be saying as their line that you would remember them for.
Yeah, it gives you. Well, it's an easy way for people to understand that character, like
Yeah.
what that character is. You know what I mean? Without too many words.
But even here, I'll need to rethink it basically, like if it even makes sense. Yeah, why not?
I think you're doing well. Like this is already looking at, it's just
Yeah, it's already looking good. Yeah.
okay. Let's
Okay.
move on to the next few.
Yeah, here if I
I
may
don't-
add first comment, like I'm imagining to like cut her out and like put her in a different context. That's just one thought.
Yeah.
But yeah.
She's not really doing anything. She's just, it's like a portrait. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking of putting her in an office environment.
Probably.
Like maybe even holding some kind of papers in her hands.
No.
Something like that.
I
Or
mean, you already have that in the business slide. Think about it as how do I put it, Preston? You tell me. Someone who is able to see things through very deeply, and knows what's happening and what's going on, and sees producer lady very clearly, and
yeah.
can navigate her, emotions around Preston.
Yeah, she's like quietly very pivotal.
Mm-hmm.
She knows everything, but is a bit mum about everything as well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So she's a stopwatch in her hand. What do we work with symbols or like kind of objects, context?
Yeah, because the secretary is mysterious, so it's kind of hard. But I mean, the only reason why I know she's a secretary is because it says secretary.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you have other images too, right? Of this character.
Yeah.
Can you show us back to the series of images that you have for her, just to have a little better understanding what you received? I think it would be cool to have use an actual image of a real person here, if you know what I mean, Preston.
Yeah. Well, I made that one.
It's very good. I like the idea of secretary almost being presented as an AI, but it's definitely not an AI.
Her hands are real.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. This is my bad Photoshop skills, guys. So don't laugh too hard.
I didn't know you created it completely. No.
Oh yeah, I did generative AI to create that TV and the cords and the table.
Oh yeah, cool. That's good. Can you show us? Can you show us more images of her, just to have an idea of what else was presented? There's anything else here, Maurice?
I gave her a new outfit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Valentino top. I just copied and pasted on top of.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, he stopped. Yeah, we were admiring that image too much. It's a good image. I think it's good to reuse it, actually.
Actually, I think that could be maybe the opening images or one of the opening images.
Yeah. I mean, unless.
Because I think that kind of builds a world.
Exactly. It's a strong one. Yeah. I mean, that's why, again, I believe that your videos need to be used. We haven't talked about this yet. I think he doesn't understand yeah, the power of them. Like, it's kind of like even for him too early, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. Is he on a train? It looked
Yeah,
like he
yeah.
was on a train.
I mean, we're 15 minutes over. I do want to finish this, if he can come back. He feels very protective. I don't know, like, how are you feeling, Maurice? Do you still have time? Can receive audio and video from Maurice, it says for me. Okay.
I was in a tunnel.
Okay. Maurice, let's make it like 10 more minutes, maybe max, and work through the comments. And Preston and I just said maybe it would be good to use that image of the secretary character as an opening, also potentially.
Which one?
The
Where she's
one,
inside the TV.
yeah. Or manipulate Preston's image into the TV, you know?
Or yeah, I
And-
mean, we can have fun with this.
And having like black hands hold it. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Does
I
that make
love
sense? Maurice, does it make sense? Do you hear us?
Hey, I'm very sorry to say, like, the internet right now is testing my patience. Yeah, I did not hear the last 10 seconds. I'm sorry.
We're saying it would be good to use that image of the secretary, the one where the face is in the TV, and rework that image for actually the main image, the cover image of the deck. So it would
Okay.
be potentially
deck.
Preston's face and the black lady's hands holding the TV screen.
TV. Producer lady's hands
Yeah.
holding the
The
TV.
black lady's
Black
hands.
lady's hands, yes. That was a good one. Yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. Because it would merge your works also. Preston's Photoshop skills and Maurice's design skills merged and make it a cover. Makes
Yeah.
it a good story. He's not.
This is cover image.
Wait, I don't see your sharing, Maurice.
Right, sorry.
Yeah. Making this a cover, but again reworked. Maybe changing the logo too to see it. With hands visible.
I can give you the original image where it's actually
Yeah,
a
that'd be
table with legs underneath. You know, if it works better for the vertical framing.
Yeah, that would be helpful as we want this image.
Or make a background that is very news TV kind of thing.
Yeah, that could be easier, I think, and more impactful.
News TV
Is it
background.
a computer
like the
screen?
background?
News TV. I don't know. Maybe something that has to do with. Like imagine the backgrounds on the actual TV when on the background of the presenter. Like, what do
Like
you
World
see?
News Tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you want these details here or what?
No, not in the TV within the Preston's image, but outside, so that you can use the space, the background space, to create like a collage.
Yeah, so we know that it's in a newsroom.
Wow. Okay. Per definition, newsroom. Let me just newsroom. Something like this. Okay, it's a bad image, but
I mean,
what do you mean?
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
This image goes behind the computer.
Yeah, something like that with the globe.
And this will become our title page. This will take like 10 seconds.
And can you copy that other logo just to place it on the slide to see how the other logo looks.
Yeah. One second.